What's up YouTube? Welcome to Automotive Life. My name is Lucky, and today's video is all about what it's actually going to cost to start up a rental car company. Now, this is one of the most asked questions I've ever gotten on the channel, and it's very hard for me to do a breakdown because every city and every state is different. So I'm going to show you the breakdown of what I'm actually doing here in Las Vegas to give you an idea. And like I said, make sure you stay tuned to the end because I think you'll be shocked on how much it actually costs to get open. And now if you could do me a huge favor and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, it helps me find more amazing people like yourselves that enjoy automotive content. Also, if you consider subscribing, I post great stuff like this all the time. And without any more shameless plugging, let's get into the video. Okay guys, this is one of the most asked questions I've ever gotten on this channel. How much does it actually cost to start a rental car company? Now, the reason why it's very hard for me to do videos like this is because every city and every state is a little bit different. So some of the things I'm going to give you guys breakdown may not be required in your state, county, or city, but I'm going to give you what I have to do here in the city of Las Vegas and give you some cost behind it, so at least you guys have a generalized idea of what it's actually going to cost to start your rental car company. And make sure, like I said, stay to the end because I'm going to drop some knowledge on you guys about some of the other things that have to do with your rental car license. So the very first thing I recommend is getting your LLC, S Corp, or C Corp. Now, I recommend you talk to an attorney or your accountant and find out which one is best for you. I personally pick an LLC, that's just my opinion, because in this business, whether you're in the car rental business or the car dealership business, it's not a question of if, it's just a question of when you're going to get sued. And I recommend an LLC just to protect yourself. Quick example, I have a friend of mine that has a rental car company here in Vegas. He had a car that wasn't even a year old, had 20,000 miles. Customer drove it off the road, crashed it, did whatever. Well, he told the insurance company that the brakes did not work and he sued the actual rental car company. So my friend never did any inspections, didn't do anything because the car had under 20,000 miles and was still a new car. But since he never did any inspections and had no documentation, the courthouse decided to back the actual customer, and the judge awarded the plaintiff $250,000 of monetary compensation. Now, my friend had an S Corp. Unfortunately, if you file bankruptcy, some of that stuff can still follow you personally. So if he filed bankruptcy, they were going to try to take his house. So instead of all that stuff, he winded up making a payment plan with the customer to pay him off. So like I said, personally recommend LLC, but like I said, talk to your attorney or your accountant. Next thing we're going to talk about is your lease. Your actual place that you're going to do business in. Now, you don't need a place like this big. My place right now, it can hold about 150 cars and it has a shop in the back and everything else. Just for the sake of this video, I'm going to give you kind of a breakdown of what we pay for as far as rent goes. So this place right now, for this section, we're paying $10,000 a month. Now, the way I'm going to break it up is my car rental company is going to pay $5,000 of it, and my auto repair company is going to pay $5,000. So as of right now, the way we're going to list this is a $5,000 cost for the actual business. So once we get our dealer's license, we're going to go ahead and cut that into a third. But as you know, when you start your actual rental car company or your business and you get your lease, you're going to have to pay first month's, last month's, deposits, whatever you and the landlord work out. So just for the sake of this video, we're going to put $10,000 as a deposit and the first month's rent. So we have $500 from the LLC and now $10,000 from the lease, which is most likely going to be the most expensive cost that you have. Now, after that, we're going to go into the licensing, which is required here in the state of Nevada. Like I said, some of this stuff is going to be required in your state, maybe a little bit different, maybe called something else. But in the state of Nevada, you need to have your state business license. So that is $250 a year. So you have to get that. After you get your state license, you're going to need your county business license. That is another $250 per year. Now, after you get your county business license, the next step after that is getting your city business license. That costs you about $150 per quarter. So I have to pay that multiple times per year. Excuse me. Now, one of the things you guys are going to have to learn about is if your business license in your city or state is on a slidable scale. What that means is your business license cost is dictated by the amount of sales that you make. So let's say I put on my paperwork that I make maybe $20,000 for my first year. And you turn in your paperwork and the next year they find out that you make $150,000 a year, your business license is gonna, if not double, triple, or quadruple. So it could be $500 to $1,500 per year after that. So some, like I said, states and cities require different things, but make sure you learn that stuff before you get started so you know your upfront costs. So now that I got my city license and everything done, we need to move on to the next step, which is your insurance. Now, your insurance is going to play a big part in multiple things as far as, what you're going to get approved for, how many cars you can have on your lot, everything else. So we get one large umbrella policy with 3 individual policies underneath, and I'm going to go through them real quickly. The first one is your business liability insurance. This covers you if something were to happen. Let's say one of your customers slips and falls on your location, somebody tries to sue you, your building catches on fire, whatever the case is. That's what your business liability insurance is for. After that, you have what's called your garage keeper's policy. Your garage keeper's policy covers your vehicles and your equipment. So if you have computers, shop equipment, stuff like that, you need to make sure you're covered, because a lot of people don't know this, and you need to check with your insurance is, let's say you have 50 cars on this lot and somebody comes over here, is mad at you, smashes your car's windows with a brick and then catches them all on fire. Some of your rental car policies will not cover the car if they're sitting on your location. They will require you to have a garage keeper's policy or your business policy coverage. So that's why I have 3 tiers, 3 layers of insurance. Now, I can literally go on and on about insurances, and I can have a 6-hour video and it's still not enough. So by the end of this video, if you're not really sure as far as insurance goes, go ahead and set up a consulting call with me and I'll go over more of that later, or sign up for one of our classes. Now, after you have your garage keeper's policy, the next thing we're going to talk about is your liability insurance. Now, this is the insurance that allows you legally to rent vehicles out to the general public. Now, this is one of the biggest misconceptions all over the internet, and not a lot of people talk about this, so I'm going to give you the breakdown. So you need this, like I said, just to do business. And you never, and I repeat, you never ever file a claim against your insurance. We've talked about this in a bunch of other videos, but I'm still going to reiterate this. If this is the first video you're watching, you never call on your insurance company for any type of claim. So if somebody takes this car and smashes the front end and it costs you $10,000 to fix, you get a line of credit or a credit card, or you take the money out of your pocket and you fix it. Because if you didn't do your insurance right and you didn't get yourself covered, you never want to use your policy, because what happens is every time you file a claim, either every quarter or every year, your insurance company is going to double, triple, or if drop you if any of this stuff happens. So if you're paying, let's say, $300 a car monthly for insurance, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, you had a claim last year, we're going to raise all your cars up to $800 a month. You have no choice but to pay. You can try to go shopping, but no other insurance company will take you. Trust me, I've seen it happen a million times. And if they cancel you, the first people they're going to tell is the business licensing department, everybody else, and they're all going to come after you. So it's very, very important that you get that covered so you have all that together. So, like I said, the insurance business is very, very complicated. Like I said, I definitely recommend setting up a call for that. Also, there is no nationwide insurance company that does rental cars. So I know a lot of people ask me, where do I go? Where do I go? You're going to have to take the time and find local insurance business brokers that can find your policies, because even my company here that I use only writes for the state of Nevada. And there's specialty insurance if you rent cars outside of your state. So if you live close to the border, and let's say there's 2 other states there, you have to make sure that your insurance covers you in different states as well. So there's a lot of stuff. So like I said, when it comes to that, you definitely have to book a call or take our classes or something like that, because I could spend all day on insurance. You never want to file a claim. It's very, very important that you guys understand that. So after that, now you have all your licensing, your insurance, and everything else. Your next phase, you're going to go into a bond. Now, some states require this, some states don't. Here in the state of Nevada, you're required to have a $10,000 bond. What this bond does is it protects the consumer if the rental car company does something shady. Like if you charge somebody a $1,000 deposit and you decide not to give it back because the customer is rude to you, the customer has recourse where they could sue you and your bond will pay out the money. Now, once again, you never ever want to get your bond company involved, because once you get your bond taken away, they pretty much put you out of business. Now, your bond is based off of your credit. If you have good credit, it's going to be fairly cheap. I pay $250 a year, and that covers not only the bond, but it also covers if for some reason I'm ever sued for my bond, the bond company will cover the cost of the attorney. Very important you cover that, because a lot of people don't even know about these things. We cover a lot of this stuff in the classes, as well as if you're starting to get into this, I definitely recommend setting up a consulting call, because you will get yourself in trouble when it comes to insurance. Because I could spend 4 hours making a video and I still couldn't explain it all. So it's very important that, like I said, you take a few of these things, start doing your research and learn more about it. Now, once you get your bond taken care of and everything is good, you're ready to go. You take all the paperwork you set up, you got your LLC, your state license, your county license, your city business license, your insurance, and your bond and your lease, and you bundle that all together, and the next step we go to is the DMV. Now, the DMV is going to require me to do fingerprinting and background check, which is an additional $250. So now you're going to have to pay that on top of that. So once you pay that $250, they're going to do a background check. They're going to check to see if you have any DUIs, any speeding tickets, things like that. So it's very important that before you start this process, if you have tickets, warrants, felonies, whatever else, clear that stuff up. You want to make sure that you are squeaky clean when you go apply. Now, they're a little more lenient when it comes to the rental car industry. But if you go for your dealer's license, that stuff needs to be 100% squared away, clean, and you need to answer everything honestly when it comes to the questionnaire. So if they ask if you have a felony, say yes, explain why, and talk about how you've learned the error of your ways. Never lie on these applications, because they don't really care about the stuff you put. They look for all the stuff you don't put. So if you like, well, why isn't this guy talking about the arrest he had 2 years ago? Oh, it was he punched a cop and he was drunk. Boom, denied. So you don't ever want to get denied for any of these specialty licenses, because that stuff transfers over. So it's very important that you be honest with the DMV. Now, once you get the DMV licensing approved through your state, now, every city and state does not have this. So if I'm talking about this and you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, it's okay. Like I said, every state, every county, every city is different. But here in the state of Nevada, once I get my license, they're going to give me an 8-digit number, and then I'm free to go ahead and start business. I open up, get running. After that, you're going to have what's called your software operating costs, your management costs. So there's a majillion companies out there that do management software. I preferably pick Rent-Centric. They're not the cheapest by no means, but they are the best in my personal opinion. So I would recommend setting up with them. It's very important that you have a good software to keep track of not only your maintenance stuff, but your actual cars, and this is part of your website. So once you get all those things together, it's going to cost you anywhere from maybe $1,500 a year to $250 per month, depending on the program. So we're going to mark this one up at $250. So now, with all these costs encumbered, you're looking at just what I'm paying to start this location with 0 cars in mind, not a single car. It's going to cost me $13,200 just to start. Now, with same thing, 0 cars, my reoccurring costs per month for this location, including rent, insurance, software, monthly costs, is a little over $6,900 a month. Now, you know, it is costly. You don't have to start out this big, but you got to remember $5,000 of that is the rent for this location for my rental car company. So if you find a small little office or a virtual office or something cheap, or like I said, if you're taking one of our classes or if you've seen our online classes, we teach you guys how to get free spaces and also piggyback off of other businesses, which, like I said, I'll leave for the class, you know, but your biggest expense is going to be your rent. So make sure you get that in check, save as much money as you can. And like I said, this is with 0 cars. Now, I'm gonna make another video here shortly talking about how I get cars and how I do everything. One of the things we preach is I don't like to use money, because you want to keep your money for operating costs, for advertising, and just to keep money in your pocket. The way we teach you is we actually set you up with business lines of credit, so this way you can buy cars on credit. It's through your LLC. It's completely legit. You're not doing any of this shady broker stuff, anything else like that. If you are doing that stuff, please stop. I will never ever tell you to buy 13 cars under your personal credit, because it'll absolutely ruin your credit and you'll never be able to buy a car or buy another car or buy a house down the future, and you can never build to scale, because you're constantly going to be your PTI, which is percentage of your debt, or your DTI, is going to be so out of whack that you'll never be able to qualify for any other type of loan. So, like I said, if you have any other questions, please put them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer every single one. If you are getting started in the rental car business, we do offer consulting calls. They are 1 hour long and they're $250. Yes, they are not free. I don't know why people keep saying, they're asking if I can give them a free consulting call. I take time out of my day to help you guys, so unfortunately, I do charge for those. But I'll tell you what, it's 100% worth it, because some of the stuff that we've talked about in this video, I guarantee a lot of people didn't know. And plus, once we get on the phone, I tell you even more stuff that'll probably blow your mind. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, please put something down below. I'll try to answer whatever questions. Also, smash the like button. Like I said, it helps you find more amazing people like yourselves enjoy automotive content. Also, please subscribe and click the notification bell. I'm gonna be posting stuff like this all the time, and now that I actually have my location, I'm gonna show you from start to finish on how I actually do things, because there's a lot of people online teaching classes and teaching courses, but they don't actually do what they actually sell or teach. So I don't want to be a quote-unquote fake guru. Shout out to Spencer if you're watching this. You know, I've learned a lot through these last few years of what these YouTubers are doing, and the whole goal is to help people with this channel. You know, yes, I do this for a living, but I want to actually show you guys that I physically touch cars. I'm out here doing this stuff every single day, so this way I could stay relevant, you know, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So this way, once we get the classes set up here and you guys want to fly to Vegas and set up for teaching, you'll actually come to this location and you'll be walking around with us, buying cars, fixing cars, selling cars, doing financing, doing car rentals, doing it all. So that's my whole goal, is almost making this not only a rental car company, auto repair shop and dealership, but also a school/class. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.